Hello everyone. So yesterday we made this card using the spotlighting technique, and I hadn't completed the inside of it yet because I wasn't certain what I wanted to do with it, and now I know. This is going to my mother-in-law for her birthday, and so I turned it into a birthday card, and that's what that looks like. So I just wanted to kind of really quickly go over how I made the inside for you. Basically using the same sizes as we used yesterday. This is the Daffodil Delight, and it measures 5 by 5, and I ticket corner punched all 4 corners. This is the Whisper White, and that's 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I ticket corner punched those corners as well. Now I used a few retired items and a few current items for this, but basically I just wanted to give you an idea of how you can produce the inside for this card. So, and you can kind of see that I rock and roll technique the happy birthday using early espresso and daffodil ink, or Daffodil Delight. So I inked it up really well in the Daffodil Delight, and I rock and rolled it in the early espresso. The stamp sets I used were the Button Buddies, and I used this stamp for that. And I used this Happy Birthday with the Happiest Birthday Wishes. It was 2 of 2. It used to be a Hostess set from, I believe it was last year's catalog. No longer available. And this is one of my favorites, and I wish they'd bring it back for everything. I think they retired it this year, and I used this stamp from that. Okay, so again, what I did was I inked it up real well, the Happy Birthday, in the Daffodil Delight, and then I rock and rolled it in the early espresso, and I stamped it down. Alright, now for this one, I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is the Button Buddy stamp, inked it up really well in the Daffodil Delight, and then punched it out using the 1 3/4 inch scallop circle punch. Okay, and then with the For Everything flower stamp, I inked it up really well in the Daffodil Delight, and then you can't really see it all that well, but the edge of this flower is sort of a perforated, dotted kind of image, and I just colored that in using the early espresso Stampin' Write marker, and can kind of see it in that image. So it's yellow on the inside, and then the dotted and the outlining it's outlined, so that outlined image is in the early espresso. Alright, okay, so this brown flower shaped button is from the Designer Neutrals collection, and I tied a piece of early espresso baker's twine into a knot in the back of it, and I used a glue dot and adhered that to the flower from the Button Buddies stamp set, and I adhered this flower using some dimensionals, adhered everything together, and there you have it. It's pretty simple, not too difficult, and it came out really nice. I'm kind of pleased with it. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you can do for the inside of this card that we worked on yesterday, doing the spotlighting technique. I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, happy stampin'!